I had a brother send me a article that I was not aware of, and it's just another confirmation of the truth of the King James Bible prophecy being fulfilled in our present day here. Just amazing. What this is, you can see from the title of this video, Walt Disney World is now issuing RFID bracelets to track those that come in, and it's hooked up to your credit card information, so you can just go and buy things with this bracelet. And it used to be that you would be given a paper pass that you could scan, biometrically scan in, and we're going to see in these videos coming up that people can actually finger scan too as part of this system, you know. And ironically, they talk about the 4-digit PIN and the finger scanning, just like my skull cult video where this Calvary Church is also doing the same thing. It's amazing. But what's happening is, it started out with a paper pass, now it's going to the wristband, and eventually, you know, because the wristband can be lost, see, it's going to go to the chip in the right hand, you know, or in the forehead. It's all leading up towards the mark of the beast, exactly as the King James Bible said would happen in the last days. So, you want confirmation, you say, oh, I don't know if the Bible's true. Right here it is. It's amazing. But I'm going to show you 3 different video clips here. I'm going to pause periodically and give you some commentary on this. Just amazing what this whole thing is about. So we're going to start out here with, it's called Walt Disney World Pass Holder Upgrade to RFID Premier. Okay, so let's watch this video.
That's a Disney passport.
You don't have to take it out of your pocket.
Makes a nice noise there.
And then you put your finger in. That's very exciting.
Now go ahead and put that back in your wallet where you normally keep it.
Okay. Oh, we'll try the wallet.
Shoot it right through the wallet.
Okay, so
You can do it through the
keep
wallet.
Right here in the wallet. Okay. Let's see how that works. Ha!
Put your finger up.
That's interesting.
3 is go.
That is very interesting.
Oh, that's very interesting. Isn't that so interesting? I mean, you know, you don't even have to hold up the paper pass there. They're showing the older system. You know, you don't even have to hold it up with, you know, take it out of your wallet. Just scan the wallet. And eventually, when they get more powerful scanners, you know, maybe they'll borrow some and tweak the scanners from the TSA a little bit or something, you know. And you can be scanned for weapons and scan you in at the same time. Isn't that wonderful? It should creep people out. Instead of going, that's interesting. You know, it should be like, that's frightening. But again, you know, notice the whole music thing, the beat, the heavy beat and things like that, you know, and it's all, this stuff is mind control, mind control, mind control. It's so amazing. And the atmosphere, the excitement, the electricity. Oh, you know, it's so exciting. You know, we're going into to ride on rides and stuff like that. And it'll be so much quicker to have our pass on our arm. And of course, they put your name on it. And you can choose different collars. So I guess that must make it good. You know, it's not evil. If you can choose a collar, that makes it good. Sure. Let's continue here. We're going to go to the next video. Walt, it says here, Disney may make lines unfashionable with new bracelet. News report. Let's watch this.
coming to the way you experience a visit to Disney World.
The park is unveiling a whole new generation of technology that includes rubber wristbands that'll be used for everything from paying for a souvenir to unlocking your hotel room door. New tonight, West 2's Amanda Ober is live and shows us how it works. Amanda?
Well, let's face it, when you go to a theme park, especially with several young children carting around a wallet full of credit cards, cash, even theme park tickets, can add to the stress. But Disney says it's come up with a solution, and it simply involves slipping something on your wrist.
Slipping something on your wrist. See, the mark of the beast is going to be marketed as convenient. And it's so much better. Oh, and as soon as I started watching some of these reports, I thought to myself, they're going to play on the thing of parents' fears of having their children kidnapped. And you'll see that later on. It's not only convenience, it's safe as well. Because if your child is being tagged, has an RFID tag around their wrist, well, then we can track wherever they are in case they get lost. Let's continue with the report.
Just tap it against there.
It's a glimpse of the future. Some Disney resort guests have been bypassing the traditional turnstiles, and instead of a paper ticket, they're using an ID card that's simply held up to a touch point for park admission.
We love it. It's very convenient and quick. With a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old and one on the way here in April, we every little bit of assistance we can get to make life easier, we appreciate. We need it.
Oh boy. Every little bit of thing that we can do to make life easier, assistance and whatever to make life easier, we appreciate. We'll do it. Like taking the mark of the beast. Then you don't have to worry about a wallet. You don't have to worry about cash. You don't worry about credit cards, ID, driver's license, insurance, whatever else. It'll all just be conveniently stored in your chip. And you won't even have to go to the doctor, really, probably, because a lot of these chips that they show, they can actually monitor your vital signs. So if things start to go wrong, they'll just send an ambulance to you and they'll know right where to send it. Isn't that wonderful and convenient? Yeah, and you see, right now, the people that are doing this can repent and get saved, okay, and get away from it. But when the Antichrist shows up and that system is combined with worshiping the Antichrist, the implantable microchip, as well as worship of the Antichrist, taking it will damn you to hell, and it doesn't matter how much you try to repent after you do it. In spite of what the liars like John MacArthur are trying to tell people. The mark of the beast is the single most serious thing coming in the future. It is the only thing ever that will guarantee you a part in the lake of fire. Forever. So yes, it's a very, very serious matter. But let's get back to the news report here.
In the coming months, the cards will be replaced with magic bands. They're wristbands that contain a guest's ID number, which is linked to their credit card and whatever information the guests provide. It becomes their key not only for park admission, but to enter their hotel and even for purchasing food and souvenirs.
Rather than having to constantly dig through their pockets for this piece of paper or that piece of paper or this card or that card, it's all very simply right on their wrist, and every family member can have one.
The Magic Bands are part of a bigger technology rollout called My Magic Plus. It includes a new My Disney Experience website and smartphone app where guests can manage their entire Disney vacation. As for concerns the new system is a little too Big Brother, Disney admits it will provide the park with more information regarding guests' preferences. But they say the focus is on improving the guests' experience.
Okay, I gotta stop. Oh, it's a magic band. Isn't that nice? A magic band. It's magical. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Then I feel so much better. Yeah, okay. And it's so much more convenient, and it's so much better, and it links up, and you can get into your room with it, and you can buy things with it. It links up to your personal information. And notice too the propaganda. As to concerns about it being more Big Brother-ish, well, Walt Disney says, yes, it does give us more information, but it's for the right thing. That didn't even answer the question. You talk about a Jesuitical type of an answer, avoiding the question. Is this thing going to be more of a control? Well, it gives us more information, but that's good for you. that doesn't answer the question. Let's go back and watch the rest of it here. Not much more.
All of the data is secure.
All the information itself is secured in very secure data services with full encryption and all the other things that you would want for your personal data.
Got to pause again here. Oh, it's so secure. It's all encrypted and all kinds of things like this, and oh, it's totally secure. I hate to tell you, but if it's on a computer, it's not secure. If it's part of a computerized system, it is not secure. No way on earth. All right. I know of people that are paid professional hackers that can hack through any security system out there. All right. My wife was part of that, some of that field there, you know, and in the military, and she knows about that stuff, and she has told me different times, be very careful what you put online, and that's a good thing for anybody out there. Be very careful what you're putting online. It can be hacked by anyone. All right? Anybody that has the intelligence and knows how to do that, I should say. It's not secure. Okay? I really hate to tell you, burst your little happy bubble of internet security and whatever else. It's not secure when it's online. Everything that you have on there can be easily hacked.
Now, the wristbands, the My Disney Experience website, and smartphone app will all be available to park guests for no extra charge. They're going to roll them out slowly over the next several months, and initially, those magic bands will only be available to guests who are staying at Disney resorts. Live outside Disney World, Amanda Ober, WESH 2 News.
Gotta love that too. You know, initially, you know, they're just rolling it out in steps. You know, and initially it's just going to be available to those who are staying at the Walt Disney Resort, you know. Love of money, the root of all evil, you know. I mean, it's a special new thing that you can do, and you can go in there and you can have all these neat things and everything else, and, you know, as long as you're part of the system. But let's watch the last video clip here. The Buzz is what it's called, some kind of a little news program here or something, propaganda program. And check this one out. Watch this.
Welcome back to The Road Show. This morning in The Buzz, it is a sign of the times. The happiest place on earth will now start tracking its visitors, and it could make line waiting times shorter. But some...
It's a sign of the times. Yes, it certainly is. And, you know, it's going to be a good thing because it's going to make line waiting times shorter. Ah, whoa, see? See how that works? And I heard somebody say the one time that that's the whole TSA agenda with the airports. They're also going to roll it into that. If you get the chip, you know, you'll be able to buy and sell. You're going to be able to, you know, at first they'll entice people in with more, you know, unique options and more neat things, and it'll work. It works with your iPhone, you know, as well. You know, I cut on them things all the time, and some of you still haven't woken up to that agenda. Whatever. But the point is, all of these things are being integrated. It's all coming together. But, you know, it's for your convenience, you know, and it's a good thing. And you know, you won't have to wait in lines. You'll go right through because you got the cool new RFID chip, you know, and you go to the airport to fly someplace. You don't have to go through security because you got the RFID. See? And they're going to make it so horrible and bad if you don't have the RFID. And if you have the RFID, then it's going to be wonderful and good. But let's continue.
But some wonder if it's a little more like Big Brother watching you. Here's how it's all going to work. For more than a decade, Disney visitors have been able to skip long lines at popular attractions by getting a fast pass. It was a paper ticket printed with the time. The guests could return to the ride with minimal wait. But soon, those will be replaced with electronic bracelets with the My Magic Plus visitors will make their reservations to ride long before they arrive by booking their fast passes online using computers or mobile devices. But that's not all the bracelets will do. Guests will also be able to secure a place to view parades, fireworks, and character meetings. But a lot of people are still worried, they said.
You can reserve seating for those things, so you don't have to make sure you get your specific spot to watch the fireworks because you'll know you'll have that reserved. We're going to let guests select up to 3 that they want to set for each day, but then we have an expectation that we may have the ability to bring some more surprise and delight and bring you some additional ones as you go.
But the band also reportedly collects personal information like the names of all the guests, their locations, riding and purchasing patterns, which some think may be a little too much information. It can also serve as a replacement for hotel room keys, parking tickets, and dining plan vouchers. I don't think it's a bad idea. They've always had people, when you go in the park, when you go out of the park with the computers, taking surveys, taking information, where you're from, what are your favorite rides, what do you really like to go on. And they've also, when you're waiting in line, have given you like the pass. So as you get up to the front to get on the ride, you hand it to them, so I guess they can keep track of how long it actually takes everybody to move through the ride. So that's fine.
You see? See how this slow implementation? See? Well, they've always had computers. I mean, they've always taken personal information. See? So it's really not a big deal. I mean, these people that are creeped out by this, oh, come on. Get with the times, man. You know, you're way back there in the 20th century, you know, give up your old beliefs, you know, new world order, new beliefs and things. And of course you got the dimbos on either side of the guy, and they're going to give their, you know, informed opinion, you know. Let's continue.
Yeah, they're keeping track of everybody's personal information is a little much, but they've been doing it for a long time anyway.
And I think it's, you know, it's not too much personal information, and as long as they use this correctly. For me, a ride, a line for a ride at Disney World can last you half a day. So are they maybe using this information to see what are the most popular rides? How can we somehow cut these lines down, move things along a little quicker? I'm all for it, something like that, because let's face it, half of your time is standing in the park. And I also think it's good for parents. Let's say, God forbid, something happens. Maybe they can track, all right, where was your child last? They just got off of Big Thunder Mountain, and now they're, you know, having a bite to eat at the other place. It could work for security reasons as well.
Like anybody cares about the opinions of this airhead, you know. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. Of course you would. You wouldn't have your job on this propaganda production here if you didn't. You know? And see how she threw the little thing in there to elicit fear within the parent? What if you lose your child? You know? And who hasn't ever been lost from their parents? I was when I was a boy. You know, we'd go to these types of places, adventure. I went to Disney World years and years and years ago. I haven't been there, you know, in many, many years. But probably over, well, oh boy, at least 20 years, maybe, yeah, over 20 years. But, you know, the point is, we'd go to the beach or we'd go to some place like that when I was a kid, and I'd get lost, you know. And you go up to an older person, an adult or whatever, you see a police officer and you say, I lost my, you know, parents. And they'll get on the loudspeaker, they'll help you find your parents, you know. And of course, you know, there's another thing that works too, you know, if you're saved, and that's the Lord. You know, the Lord can actually help you find your lost children. And of course, you know, if you're a parent, you need to really, you know, keep an eye on those children and whatever. You don't need RFID tags on your children to track them like they're animals or something. It's ridiculous. But see, they play on those fears. What if you lose your child? What if they're kidnapped? Whatever. You know, you can, and of course, then that'll be the eventual thing. You know, oh, what if your child's kidnapped and they take the bracelet off? Now you can no longer track your child. It really should be implanted into the child. You know, because they do it already with your dog and your kitty cat. See how the system is coming in? Bible prophecy being fulfilled. Let's go back to the report here.
This initial reaction to feeling like it's this Big Brother phenomenon. It's like, you know, somebody's watching over you and they're collecting all of your information and you feel like it's really personal. But I think once you maybe learn more about it or hear what their goal is, it's actually good. You know, they're going to make it better for you, make your trip that much better the next time or while you're there. So I think that there is this initial like, ooh, you know, not for me, but I think eventually you get down to it. It's like, they're going to, you know, maybe the characters or something are going to come up to you and say, hey, happy birthday, you know, and the child will feel so excited, and it's because they have this wristband and all of whatever's happening in the background, you know.
It's just to the point of being absurd, you know, anymore. I mean, it starts like totally like out being bad, you know, but then like it turns really good then, you know. Wow, thank you for the intelligent commentary there, you know. Yeah, you know. I mean, again, people, Look at the mind control. It's mind control. Two beautiful, you know, info babes there telling you what to believe. Continue.
Anybody who has kids and who has been there in like July and you're standing there at Thunder Mountain waiting to get on a ride, if that wristband is going to make that ride go a little smoother and get you on the ride a lot quicker, I'm going to take it. And yes, it will give you your birthday as you're going through. They will say happy birthday to you. Family member was just there and was like, how do they know it's my birthday? And the guy's like, it comes up on the screen every time you walk through.
Wow.
So they did know it was his birthday.
Creates nice.
Wow, isn't that neat? It comes up on the screen. Your personal information comes up on the screen. Wow, that's neat. Boy, that's so cool. These people are sick. These are the kind of people that are going to take the mark of the beast when it shows up.
Push
child memories, I was going to say.
Yeah, something that kind of crosses the line a bit is the whole like room key, food voucher. I don't want my hotel and my money on my wristband, because what if I lose it? What if something happens? I mean, if that's all that information is going to be on there, you better lock that thing to my wrist. I don't want to lose track of that, and I don't want someone just walking along being able to kind of swipe into my personal business.
Yeah, and when you're
See? Now, she's bringing up the negative aspect of it. All right? What, somebody can like take my personal information like totally, you know. Watch what they say.
Traveling too, you don't want everything in just one place.
Yeah. Still the happiest place on earth. Sign me up.
I go back. I'll wear 3 wristbands.
I don't care whatever you want me to do.
Skip the line.
Take me there now.
Disney's fun.
Yeah.
It's still the happiest place on earth. You know, even though, yes, your information's on there and it could be stolen and you could really be ruined by that, it's still the happiest place on earth, and I'd wear 3 of them if I could. Huh? The Dimbo just got done saying, you know, what if they would take your personal information? What if, you know, I don't want my credit card information being on there and my room key and stuff. If somebody could steal the wristband, you know, that's a bad thing. But I'd like to have 3 of them on my wrist. Huh? The brain has left. Continuing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And our Facebook friends, they also weighed in, and here's what they're saying today. Caratal says, creepy. If I ever make it to a Disney park, there's no way that I'm wearing that.
Kara, you need to make it to a Disney park.
Others agree with...
Kara, you need to make it to a Disney park. Don't be so uncool and say it's creepy.
Kara, Jim Perry, Tracy Calabro, and John Fugre unanimously say creepy. So, on the other hand, though, Kevin Oliver says, listen, for years businesses have been collecting personal data from you. Like Will said, every one of those store cards, Stop and Shop, CVS, Rewards, etc., have been collecting data from you and putting it onto a database. Why shouldn't Disney? Every time you log onto your computer, someone is collecting data.
Yeah, now they're just a little more techie with it.
Yeah. And Donna Cross Halversons tells us, not sure about this one. I'll check back with you after my trip in November.
Oh, enjoy.
Yeah, and please do come back and tell us about your experience with the bracelets, Donna.
Yeah, okay, you know. And of course, what the guy said is very true. You know, yes, they have. When you have a store card, yes, they are collecting your personal data. Yes, they are making, you know, they're databasing what you're buying, everything that you're doing at one of those places. You know, that's why you shouldn't have a store card. You know, oh, but I save money. Yeah, you know, that whole scam there too, you know, that's a whole other issue. But I'd stay away from places that require store cards. All right. And of course, if you go to them, you know, I've gone to them different times and stuff. My wife and I would go to them, and you get up to the cash register and they say, do you have a store card? And you say, no. Would you like a store card? No. We need a store card over here. You know, they try to make a fool of you, you know. And we need one over here. These people don't have a store card, you know. And a couple times I said, I don't want a store card. I don't want the discount. Just charge me the full price. Oh, we can't do that, sir. So I said, okay, then I'm not going to shop here. Bye-bye. Now if I go to a place, do you have a store card? No, I do not. I do not want a store card. I do not give out my phone number. You're not going to get my information. You say, do you have things to hide? Yes, called privacy. People don't have a right to just come in. I don't have the door to this place here. I don't just leave it open and say, everybody's welcome. I don't do that. Okay? There are things that you hide. There are things that you say, hey, it's private. I don't want this information going out there. Yeah, good people, quote unquote, good people might see it, but you have a lot of bad people out there too that can steal it. And again, it's exacerbating the whole system of the mark of the beast. And as Christians, we should fight this system. We shouldn't have our legacy be, oh yeah, I knew brother so-and-so, or, Mr. so-and-so. They wouldn't call you brother if they're left behind after the rapture. But, I knew them, and yeah, they were totally fine with all the stuff. Facebook, iPhone, they had RFID tags all over everything, store cards and everything else. They were totally fine with it, so I guess it's okay. See? We should be the ones that are saying no to this stuff. But, this whole system, again, proves the mark of the beast is almost here. Christians aren't going to be here for it, but I'll tell you what, the people that are here for that, you take the mark, you worship the beast, instant, guaranteed, one-way ticket to hell. Horrible, horrible thing. It's just incredible to see this thing coming about so rapidly. Absolutely unbelievable. And it's interesting, too, that the oldest English translation in common usage, King James Bible, says that the mark of the beast would be in the hand or in the forehead. The only one to get it right. All the other ones say on. And I do believe Revelation chapter 20 says upon the forehead. Yeah, that's there. So there will probably be some kind of a visible mark, probably the QR code or some kind of other thing up there, that you can scan with your iPhone. But the fact is, the King James Bible gets it right. It's an implantable microchip. That, combined with a visible mark upon the forehead and a worshiping of the beast, will guarantee you a place in hell for all of eternity. And it will be marketed exactly as you've just seen right here. Convenient, and you're just not cool if you don't take it. It'll start that way at least, and then it'll eventually be you die if you don't take it. So, just another prophecy update. Incredible to see these things. We're getting close, brethren. We're going to get to the point where we're going to be meeting in the sky. Meeting with the Lord Jesus Christ and all the saints that have gone on before us, and what a blessed reunion it's going to be. I'll tell you what, look forward to it, and don't ever give up hope in that. All right. I show these videos specifically to spur you on to righteousness, to make you realize, hey, we don't have much time left. Get something done for the Lord with the time that you have left. Don't be deceived into thinking that we're going to have revival. Don't be deceived into thinking that we're going to bring back the constitutional form of government and blah, blah, blah. It's not going to happen. We are about ready to leave as the body of Christ. Get something done for the Lord. That's it. Thank you for watching.